Alhamdulillah, it has been very, very hectic for us to bring people on board. But at the same time, it has been really, really successful. And it has to do with approach and our style. So, by and large, we have been able to start from the scratch. As we have really said, we started with those who we feel have gone lost. And at the end of the day, we recovered them. How do I mean? Many people don't pray. Many don't even believe in Islam. They were just born a Muslim. Some are out of arrogance of the status they have. You will see executive director in an organization looking at local setting as not the appropriate place for them to worship. You will see those who feel they don't know anything about Islam, and with the difficulty, the perceived difficulty in learning Islam and Arabic, they feel they cannot. And by the time we bring in methods with which they can learn better and fast, they begin to understand that, oh, this thing is not as difficult as they perceive it. I can tell you today that many who have not even been in Arabic school, many of our members can recite Surah Yasin offhand. And as a result of the congregational methodology approach that we used. And through that, people begin to be very conscious of their religion, very bold that I am this, I am a Muslim. In any gathering, when you call people to come and do prayer, the fact that they can recite Surah to Yasin and some other surah without any hitch, it gave them confidence to come to the public and say, yes, let us pray. Yasin, so they follow the sequence, and at the end of the day, they master everything. And it's not only Yasin. That is the same thing with other surah of the Holy Quran. After getting to that, when we are able to master that, through our congregational salatu, we proceeded to read our training. There are some that we do locally. There are some that we liaise with other organizations to undertake. We do our Arabic class, the what people normally call Ilekeu. We do it within our Salatu setting, and during the weekdays, we employed paid alphas who will teach our members on how to read and understand Quran. And that has been paying off. Many people who have lost hope in understanding the basic tenets of Islam are becoming more encouraged and bolder to face learning of Islam and Arabic. And that's how we started. And before we say Jack Robinson, the thing started growing. Because what they felt ordinarily they cannot achieve, they have been able to achieve it in a very, very easy and subtle manner. I have started building it. What really led us into that? That is why we don't believe in writing people off. And that is why the society is growing every day. We know that there are some of our members and some of the society who don't have interest in Islam that have even been going to church, practicing other faiths, other than the one they were born into. And we sat down to look at it. How best can we drag this set of people back to the fold of Islam? The approach, I'm not condemning any approach, but what they are used to, which I equally experience, is the normal traditional Arabic school, where you face a lot of challenges before you could learn even call that out of class. And we said we need to move away from that style and approach and find another method. That was why we built another robust system of educating. When we discovered that people are already knowing the basic tenets of Islam, Arabic studies, we felt, oh, we have had enough of those who have gotten good understanding of Islam, and we now feel we should advance their knowledge. I'm equally part of them. I wasn't really versatile before I joined Nasfat. But in the course of my journey in Nasfat, today, IET is a global organization that is known for Islam. We have been in partnership in the last 15 years, if not more. And we have been running programs. As I speak, we started with a national program. We pull our members from across the world to converge in a place. We normally use our university during the vacation. When we started observing that there had been growing interest in that area, we stepped it down. That, okay, instead of people coming from all over the world, why can't we, by our structure, go on zonal level? That, like, if we are doing something at the national level, I would say, oh, let's cascade it down to state level, so that each state will be able to organize their own training, and that our training is highly intensive. Many things I have been part of. I have started that class, though lately my wife is my senior now in that training. I've been paying for my wife for quite 4 or 5 years before I realized it. When it was cascaded down to state, and I'm the state chairman, I felt I should go and witness what they are doing. The first session I witnessed, that was the day I said, I will not miss this class again. So I started my enrollment. And what are those things that they do teach us there? In fact, if you want to learn what Islam is all about, I challenge anybody to come and attend our training once and give me the feedback. If the person pays and he doesn't get what he wants, I will pay back.
Okay, now let's move to the challenges. The obvious one is that we have some of our new young smart scholars who leveled any effort from other people than them into zero level, like attacking people, calling them their kufrulistic organization and the rest, and among others. Can you write on some of these attacks?
Well, if we are talking about attack, I may not know any other organization that has been attacked more than Nasfat. When we started, oh, those set of people, they know nothing about Islam, they do all sorts of things, they mingle with women, they do all those. In fact, at the time, many of other Islamic organizations, they don't like associating with us. But we knew what we were up to and what our focus was then. We were not deterred at all. We didn't feel like somebody is attacking us and that should weigh us down. It comes down with our focus. So that at the end of the day, when people begin to see what they have not seen, they will have to rethink. And today, I must confess to you, many of those organizations are now cringing to be in partnership with us. I know of so many organizations that will say, oh, that's Nasfat, what they do there is, today, they will say they want to do a program, they will come to us. They will do the program with us. Likewise, the same thing with scholars. Many scholars will say, oh, that Nasfat is this. But by the time we started inviting them, we don't discriminate. You say what? And when they begin to encounter our own missioners too, that was when they knew that there are even some in our mission board that can teach those alphas. So that tension and that attack began to wane. And later on, they begin to see somebody they've written off becoming Al-Sunnah, becoming member of TMC, after they might have started their life in Nasfat. In fact, references abound. Many of our members, and I used to say something jokingly, that just leave Nasfat. It is my analogy that, like you attend university, some people will go there and say, look, I must come out with first class. Some will say 2-1 is okay for me. Some will say 2-2. In fact, some who doesn't mind ordinary pass because job is already waiting for them, they are equally there. So when you join Nasfat, we will build those who don't know anything into knowing certain things. When they feel they want to advance and they don't feel like staying here to advance, we have achieved what we want to achieve. We have been able to bring them, we have been able to gather them together, and we now say, oh, I want to go back to Marcus to expand my knowledge. We are always glad. We are always glad to hear that. And when they go out, they go for advanced knowledge in Arabic, and they are still more conscious of their religion rather than living the religion. So that's what we are doing. If it is on the political angle, I will first establish a fact. And what is that fact? Nasfat is an apolitical Islamic organization. We are not supposed to be involved in partisan politics. But one thing remains a fact, that we are part of the society. We must be a contributor to governance. But the way we contribute is what matters. You don't need to come to the public and be exhibiting partisanship. But at the same time, there are ways of contributing to the national growth. Let me tell you this, as far as society, our society is concerned. We have our way of doing things. And if I want to pass message across to 100,000 members, it doesn't take me more than 20 minutes. And they will get what we are saying. We have built that structure. And our structure starts from, because Nasfat runs like a government. And I must enunciate this. Nasfat runs like a government. If you are talking of national governance, we'll be talking of president. We have presidents. You will be talking of vice president. In fact, in democratic setting, In Nigeria today, we have one vice president. In Nasfat, we have two vice presidents. Vice President 1 in charge of strategic planning and thinking. That is just his job. Strategic planning and thinking. How best to manage any situation. They want to evolve policies and programs and approaches we must use. That is the portfolio for the Vice President 1. The Vice President 2 is in charge of coordination of all branches, zones, and groups across the world. And if we say we are coordinating branches and groups across the world, I tell you, we coordinate it effectively and efficiently without even much ado. The structure is so effective. And if we are able to get the structure right, it means our operation will be easy and seamless. So what people will feel is too big, is too difficult to achieve, just a mere child play in our own setting. Let me now go back a little into politics. Every year, we evaluate what goes on in the society. We have our way of passing message across to government. Is it that we organize a program, when they come for our program, we engage them. We have been doing sensitization on politics, political engagement and all the stuff more than 1 year now, preparatory to the 2023 election. We didn't start just this year. We have been doing our systematic sensitization and planning on civic engagement. And if you wish to know, we have a subcommittee which we call Civic Engagement Committee. Anything civil, anything that is of concern to us, that we have direct or indirect effect on our members, we pick interest in it and we address it. Whichever we feel we can handle at our own level, we do. Those that we feel it has to do with government, we pass it to government. And I started sometimes ago that we are running like a government. We don't struggle for members to stay. We don't struggle to maintain our members. Our members struggle to stay because there are so many opportunities they get from Nasfat. Let me start. We have talked about spiritual. We don't need to delve into that again. Let me start one after the other on health. Across all our branches and groups. As I speak, we don't have less than 47 branches and groups in Oyo State.
47.
And I can tell you, in almost all these branches and groups, we run clinic for our members for free of charge. And someone who gets free health will know this is an organization that is adding value to my life. Certainly, if you rescue someone from any ailment, that person will be appreciative of the society, National Directorate of Employment. That organization, we have been in partnership with them, training people in different vocations. I can tell you, many people who have no specific job doing have been trained over the years, and many of them have been empowered. We established their area of trade for them. And when you look back and you see a lot of them coming to, this is me. I want to contribute my own quota. People come back to contribute to the society, simply because we have talked about health, how we are rescuing people on health ground without taking a kobo, how we have been empowering people. We have an agency. That agency is called Zakat and Sadakat Agency. What do? We have members who are comfortable that can pay zakat. We take zakat from them, we use it to empower people. We alleviate the suffering of those who are in need. Those set of people, I don't know, as at last year, we have expended about 46 million in empowerment of people. Those who have impacted in their life, they won't forget us. Another area why we are retaining members is the area of exposure. Many people don't know that when people are in an environment that they get exposure, they get good network. You can't tell me now, if you say you need something now, they know. So that's how we have been doing it. We have been building those set of youth, and we are not relenting. And that is why government has every reason to partner with us, rather than wasting resources of government. It is easy for us to identify sensible, responsible, and reliable set of people who are in need of job, not those who are just out to feed fat on the society, on the government. So if they come to us and say, we need so number of people, before 24 hours, I will get whatever they want for them. There's something you are looking for in Nasfat that you cannot get. Are you telling me you need engineer, you will not get in Nasfat? If you need professors who can handle things for you, we have. If you have chartered accountants, we have. If you need physiotherapists, if you need medical doctors, we have our medical team are managing, not general, managing each branch. You have doctors, nurses, pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and all of those medical professionals. Many people may want to misunderstand Nasfat, but they need not to, because each organization has its own way of doing things. Even some you will think is not the best approach could be the most effective approach. I can tell you, and it's most likely that your team will be part of those who we invite. We have seen what is going on in the society. We have seen apprehension of our members. We know how divergent the views of our members are, which makes it extremely difficult for us to just say, you must do this. It's not about coercion. It's about thorough education. Whoever governs us in this state, we will pay for it. The larger society will pay for it. We are under a Christian government today. Whatever that Christian gives us, we have to take it. If it is negative, it will be negative on our members. If it is positive, it will be positive on our members. So it means certainly we have to watch government. Are they impacting positively on our members or negatively? It is going to be part of what we will use to educate our members. They know by our own structure, we are closer to government than them as individuals. As I speak to you, so many of political organizations are talking to us, saying this, saying that, which our members are not privy to. It means we are representing them, and we must be fair to them in our representation. So that's why we are always thorough before taking decision. this election is even more, I don't want to use a very negative word of turbulence, but it's so much more keen than ever, and sensitive as well. We have to be very careful in our way of handling it. And at the end of the day, inshallah, we will get to a conclusion that will be beneficial to our members.